Welcome one and all to this 26th episode of D&D with me, Mike.
And me, Zoe.
And today we're going to be doing those animations that we promised we would do last time. So the situation currently is we can enter this particular fort. We need to avoid being spotted. We go here, we open the thing.
Swift.
And the thing that we're opening isn't getting opened by our character. So we want something like that done.
It's opening by itself.
Now we've got the glove. We can throw the bomb on top of things for reasons. Should probably stop that, but you know. And yeah, we've fixed quite a few bugs last time. There are the bombs. Everything's fine, and from last time we should now have invulnerability for a few frames. Jumping into the water, swimming a bit. There we go. Climbing up.
Where you tried to get blown up to see, for them to see the vulnerability?
Yeah. I just noticed here the shadow is showing this animation being a bit ugly, but whatever. Okay, here we go. So, step number 1, doing those animations. We're still working with the old Blender for now, and that's okay. So, models, player.
Jumping.
I'm guessing.
Actually, that's ladder climbing.
Yeah, climbing the ladder. Okay, so add 1 player, open chest. F. Now I just realized this is a bit of a silly one to have. Let's have the player idle one. So here hit Control C. Hit Control V, I, and now we're going to hit B for box select. Select all of these and delete. Okay, so to open a chest, we need to crouch down a little bit.
And then pull the hands out.
Yes. We don't have knees. This may be a problem.
I have to move his legs forward.
Okay, just rotate this for now. Rotate, 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 G, oh oops, G, G, rotate, 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 Z, rotate Z, there you go, oops, so A, I, because that's the initial pose, and the final pose, let's go over here, so
It needs to be like up.
Yeah, so let's go grab the idle again. Control C, Control V, I, G. So it'll be whoop, like this, and what we need to do to this one is lift his arms up. So rotate, G, rotate, G, rotate, 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 G. Rotate, 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 G, G, A, I, no, A, no, A, yes, no, just once, yes. We need all of the bones selected. There you go. So just here in the middle, I'd like him to still have his arms together. So rotate, rotate, and oops, I. Dum da 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 dum. Okay. And yeah, I don't think we need a sort of a idle position for this. That's okay. So it's not gonna loop. Let's save. Now let's go back to Unity, find the animations, add one, change default take to open chest. Original, and original apply. Okay, so now we need one for open the chest.
Yep.
In the animator. Create state, empty. Make
Opening
position.
maybe? There's opening right there. That's for the treasure chest though. You
Open.
should probably remember it. Treasure chest opening.
Chest idle open, chest open.
Yeah.
Oh, right. No, we're looking at the wrong animator. That's the problem.
Yeah. I need to look for the player one.
So the interesting thing about this one is that it will have no exit. So we'll get stuck there. So call this one chest open. Yeah, hit enter.
Then it needs to go back to idle, right?
And we need a new trigger. Open chest. Yeah, well, it will go back to idle when we press A, but we'll make it so that that we force it back into idle from any state, right? So this one will have the condition open chest. Cannot run, isn't it? Destination does not have a motion. Okay, we need to give it the motion. Player open chest. Now we can take a look at the transition. We're gonna, as usual, make it very, very short. There we go. That's pretty good. And we'll then see how long it is, whether it needs to be longer, shorter, or anything in between.
So he's going to be carrying it on his head and not...
Just hold it in
Holding
his
it
head. Excuse me. Okay. Right, so now we need to trigger it via code.
Mm-hmm.
Now this will make him completely immobile when he reaches the top. So that's not great, but that's alright. Alright, it should be on the player. Start open chest. That's the one. Interacting through chest, animate open chest right here. So here you go, animator dot lowercase. Animator. No, wait a moment. Apparently we don't have it. Player animator. Copy. Paste. Set trigger. Open round. Quote. Open chest. Close quote. Close round. Semicolon. Yeah. So here we wait for the button to be pressed.
Yep.
When the button is pressed, copy this, paste it here. Now I don't remember what we need to do in order to do this. Terrain state 0, change terrain state. That's a trigger. So let's just call change terrain state. So change terrain state. Okay, let's go and test and see if this works. Okay.
Kind of annoying that we have to walk all the way there.
Yeah, well, we could just put a chest right beside us if we wanted to.
Mm-hmm. think he opened it.
Yeah, and you see he's holding his arms up.
Yeah, and
now
then he
he's
put it
back to
back
normal.
down.
That's right. So it's working perfectly. I think the animation is a bit fast compared to the animation of the chest.
Yeah, the chest opens a bit after.
Well, it just opens more slowly and then stuff comes out a little bit more slowly. So perhaps we could just make one where he's opening. Because I quite like the way he opens the thing. It doesn't look bad. Okay, so I'm going to hit the button and we're going to pause right away. So let's take a look at how he's behaving. See? So that's not bad.
And then the thing takes ages to come out.
Yeah, so the problem is I think that he remains in this position forever and it doesn't look particularly interesting. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a bit of idleness to this. So Shift D here. And now rotate. 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 G. Rotate. 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 AAI. Control S. Again. And now here, let's take a look at that animation because it's a little bit longer now. And our imported model may still be wrong in the open chest animation. So I don't know when it's supposed to stop. Yeah. So what's the last one? 19. So end would be 19 or whatever. Probably 18 actually. Yeah. So let's see how this feels now. I forgot to apply the property to the model. Hop. Look at him run.
Last time you went through the walls without getting stuck in them once.
Still a little fast. There's also another problem, which you can see the icon is not high enough.
Yeah.
But I've got an idea.
The head is going through
We're
it.
gonna fix it here. So Shift D. G. R. G. 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 I mean R. 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 A. I. That's substantially lower. So let's see how this looks like. It's a bit of a weird animation, but I think that from the top it'll look okay. Again, same thing. We're gonna have to prolong its duration. Is there? I never remember if there is a way to just tell it the right amount. Like you should be able to default to whatever the correct amount is. 28 is the last one, so that would be 27. Apply. And let's retry. See if this looks better. I think it will. And we'll have solved this particular aspect. It'd be good to have a particle system for that. Particle systems are a thing that I'm not too keen on teaching simply because it's a ton of fiddling. It's just, you know, that's much
his
better.
His face doesn't go through it.
Yeah, and the face is looking up too, which kind of works. And then he's back to the we still have that interesting problem.
You'd notice he threw the wall.
It's funny that you can throw them through walls.
Well, over.
And yeah, over walls. And we're done with this. Okay, so Now, what we're going to do is we're going to work a bit on our level design. So
Okay.
we're going to work on the starting bits.
So we need to open the GIMP.
That's right. We need to open GIMP. Textures, GIMP map.
We're going to be working on mostly the map part of it, right? Well, the
For now at
the
least.
world.
So the issue is hold control. The issue that we got here, right, hold control again, is the release. This is a small map at the moment, and we need it to be way larger. So let's see. Image canvas size 64. That's terribly small for what we're trying to do.
yeah.
So we want it to be way larger. Let's go to 512 by 512. Okay, so this is now huge.
It's huge.
Hit I. Okay, so now we're gonna have to work all of this. First of all, the background. Plop.
Color the whole thing.
Yeah. Now, second of all, actually, let's not quite do that yet. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna copy this, and we're gonna hold control, release, paste, release. Hold control. Okay, release. Sure. Now, hold control. Now I'm going to display this. Wait. Oh, control I, and I. So the C just goes full blast everywhere. So that's nothing to worry about. Simply plop.
Yeah, the sea has to be everywhere.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna add on top of it.
Dirt. Cut. Control paste. Hold control, I can't see anything.
Neither can I. That's not high enough. There's
Okay.
sea behind.
Hold control.
Now we need the grass.
There it is. Alright, now grass. Cut. Paste.
And now we need to bring it over there.
Hold control. Release.
And bring it up.
Hold control.
It's starting to look like our world again.
Cut. Paste. Hold control. Release. So we are probably not going to be using this particular structure. It's just a good starting point,
Yeah.
really.
Now we need the bomb spawn points and all that.
And we need all of these entities. So let's hide the world. Actually, let's leave the world. But
Because we need to know where to put it.
the entities. Let's just go with ladder for now. Okay, so we're gonna remove these. Well, maybe leave one. No, just remove them.
We
for
don't
now.
need them because
Because?
they were just for testing.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna get rid of. I want to keep at least one because there's a risk we forget. So cut. No, don't cut
I
anything.
didn't mean
It's
get
just-
rid of everything.
It's just green.
And we can just put it over there. Need to remove the green from the grass. Or not.
No, it doesn't matter. They're completely different entities. See the spawn points? Okay, so the spawn points.
There was one in
yeah,
the
and
fortress.
it's cyan.
There was one in the fortress and there was one in the house.
Mm-hmm. Bomb spawn point. These all decide where the bombs spawn for now. It's just red, so all we need to remember is that it's red.
Pure red.
Well, I'm just going to... Yeah, that's pure red. Just put it there. It doesn't matter for now. Treasure chest. Yellow.
There was one, pure yellow, so no need to remember. That was in the last room of the fortress.
It doesn't matter hugely, right? Okay.
Because this is not going to stay.
Right, we're going to change this quite a bit. And the entity information. So there are your shades, and I think this is the treasure. So always shades of red, with exception of the treasure, which is green. Okay. So now black pop C.
Oh, bright blue.
Okay, so there's our little island. Let's begin. So we've got our initial starter little island. Let's think this through. How do we want to teach our players to play the game? Right, so number one, we should ensure that our character's starting position isn't too close to the border. We're gonna do what is called a wrapping. So if you swim in the water, somehow manage to swim to the other side, you will teleport yourself up here to the opposite side of the map.
Oh, okay.
So that's one thing we're gonna do. Therefore, we can delete all of this dirt. Delete this dirt as well.
Now the island is entirely isolated.
It's also not going to be there. Okay. So, we should spawn in a place where it's safe, where we can teach the controls. So
maybe we can make a
small house or something like that would probably be a good idea. So let's copy all of this. Paste it.
And
I'm gonna put it, say, here.
In the sea.
There. Now we're gonna put just dirt, no grass for now, but we need to get the correct color. So there's the dirt color. And it's surely gonna be all around like this.
Need a floor. And on the inside, otherwise he can't stand.
Yeah. So, spawn point, it's cyan, which is full green, full blue, no red. We're gonna put a spawn point. Let's do it right over here. Now let's put some grass, which should be perfect green,
which means no red and no blue,
over here.
Training grounds. Are you making it a little messy on purpose?
You don't want anything to ever look completely perfect. Otherwise it feels fake.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're gonna put a room here.
Except you need a door.
3 by 3. Then we're gonna delete this, this, and this. Okay, so that's interesting. Apparently I didn't put dirt there. Dirt. Let me hide the walls real quick. Yeah, see, we're missing a bit of dirt.
There. Now dirt is everywhere.
Not sure why it's not letting me do it. Hit Control A. Huh? Fella.
Eh?
I'm a little bit confused now. I'm clicking, but it's not letting me do it. Ah, the problem is the grass is there. That explains it.
The grass is on top of it.
Yeah, grass always counts as being on top of the dirt. Okay, now
So that means we have to remove the grass from there.
that's alright. Fairly easy. We're gonna remove the dirt all the way around. And then we're going to grab the grass and paint it around.
Now we want to remove the grass on the inside.
Yes. And we're gonna remove all the grass here
And then there.
and here. Okay, so we got a room where we spawn, and then we're gonna get to this room over here,
Yeah.
where
and
it's
then-
just safe for us to sort of walk about and explore.
Yeah.
There isn't much to see for now. Maybe we'll add more features later. Okay, so let's add a bit of
Maybe.
this. Okay, and what we'll do is now we're gonna go back to the dirt.
And make a little line around.
So that's our beach, sort of thing.
So this island is entirely safe.
Yes, and this island is going to have
A bridge.
a dirt bridge. Well, we don't have any other material. We can always change it later if we want to.
I had made a bridge, but it's not that good. I'll make it better.
There we go. So we got this little bridge that we can follow.
And now we need to make another island that has all the
Let's make
enemies
a
on it.
let's make a safe bridge.
so that you can't fall in the water.
Yes. So we're going to put
Some walls.
there. Now we need a couple ladders.
Just in case we fall.
The ladders were green, if I recall correctly. So let's copy it from the grass. And we're gonna need a ladder over here, a ladder over here, a ladder over here, and a ladder over there. Let's actually make it so that we have this interesting sort of pattern surrounding each ladder. So now each ladder needs a certain rotation, which I don't quite remember. But before we do any of that, let's go ahead and delete all of this.
Because we don't need it anymore. And don't forget the spawn point.
Okay, now entity information. No, I don't remember how it works, right?
I think
So
we did shades
I
of
remember
red.
we have shades of red, but I don't remember how. So let's paint them all dark red for now. And I don't remember if this sign also had one, but I'm gonna put it dark red. Or no, black. Let's do it in black. I don't recall. We need to check. So map, setup map, and setup map entities, blah blah blah. Setup entity. ME. What's ME? Type of entity. So
Map entity.
oh, nothing special.
Just assignments.
Okay, so hit Control S to save. Now first we're gonna export
Everything.
the world. So hit Control Shift E.
Replace.
And then Control Shift E. And Control Shift E. Entity info. Save. So I don't know if this is actually going to work. It might or might not
We're
work.
gonna spawn in the sea.
We'll find out. It'll take a little longer to load because it needs to spawn all of those tiles.
Yeah.
It's a lot of tiles.
And it's not used to these tiles.
What?
It's not used to the tiles.
What does that mean?
Well, it hasn't. We haven't turned on the game with these same tiles a lot, I guess.
What are you saying?
Okay.
Okay, the game is chugging like
Shovey.
crazy. And one of the reasons is the quantity of objects.
See.
Or I suppose the reason is the quantity of objects. So we've got two options now, so.
Yeah.
Option number one, we keep on editing the map the way we're doing. Or option number two, we construct the map directly in the game. But even if we do, that won't change much. Because the game's still gonna chug. Because there's too much stuff on screen at the same time. We would need to, for example, the entire sea would need to be merged into one. I think that should be possible. Don't remember how though. Let me think. So in setup map, map tiles. So these tiles, they should all be fairly static, I think. Yeah, they should all be static. Map tiles. Okay, so let's try it here. Go 4 and hit tab twice. Type X, hit enter. And now 4, hit tab twice. Y, hit enter. Copy this.
And we
Paste
hit
it
height.
here. Paste it here. H, tab, save. Okay, so we're gonna go through all of them again. And map tiles is a map of type map tile. We should be able to group all of these, but I don't remember how. There's another project where I've done it. So let's try and take a look here. Go Unity, group meshes. Mesh, combine meshes. Combine several meshes into this mesh. Combining meshes is useful for performance optimization. All the meshes are combined together into a single submesh. Otherwise, each mesh is placed on different submesh. If all meshes are shared the same material, this property should be set to true. Let's see an example. So here it goes through all of the mesh filters. Combine. Okay. Combine i.mesh, mesh filter, shared mesh. Combine or transfer mesh filters, local or matrix. This seems to be substantially more complicated than what I remember it to be. Let me take a brief look at something else.
Okay.
Oh, hello. This thing is starting to become a bit full. I have to start deleting all the videos. Game development, projects, and what's it called? Tactical. No, it's not this one. It might be under Gem Ideas. Yeah, tactical turn-based assets, scripts, map, map generator. Let's try that. Hit Control F. Combine.
Combine. I'm here.
Static batching utility combine game object. Interesting. Well, that's fairly easy. Copy all of this.
And then stick it in our game.
That's right. So inside map, remove this, paste it here. Save. Now this is incorrect. We need to find the world container. Before we do that, I need to take a look here. Okay, so some of these should be combined and some of these should not. So if it's combinable, then we should combine it. If it's not combinable, then we shouldn't. Let me think. There should be there. So here we got all of these entities here. Map. So this is for the environment and this is for the entities. So the environment, do we have a list or something? Map, tile, templates, map containers. Okay. So copy this. Control C. 4. Tab. Paste. Dot length. Tab. Save. Cut. Paste. Copy. Paste. I. Dot game object. Save.
Now it's not gonna chug so bad.
The loading will still take a very substantial amount of time. Which is whatever it took before. But the performance should be okay. Now we're still spawning in the sea, which is a problem. We'll worry about that in a moment. Ta-da-da-dan. Oh boy, this is taking a long time. Yeah, so it might make sense.
Maybe it will still chug.
Well, it might or might not, but the loading time is biblical.
What does biblical mean?
It takes ages. So it's something we should consider refactoring, I think. Building it differently. Jesus Christ, are you gonna get there, champ? I think that the batching itself, it's taking ages.
Oh.
Yeah. Because it needs to go through every single mesh.
And then
and
put
combine
them all
it.
together.
Okay. So yeah, this is out of the question ridiculous. I don't think we can expect any player to wait this long. So yeah, our map is gigantic, so it's causing this problem. We got various options to solve this. For example, making multiple smaller maps. That would be an option, and then you can enter and exit levels. Otherwise, we need to start actually worrying about being clever. And there.
Yay!
Uh-huh.
Yay! The game started.
The game's started, but we can't move.
We are stuck.
Ooh.
Taking ages to even pause.
One of the reasons is because I got the world selected. This is a Unity thing, because there, and now it may be better.
Whoa, chop.
Still really, really choppy.
Where even is our island?
Yeah, this is kind of odd.
We have to go up.
We do. There's the island.
And there's the ladders in the wrong places.
So let's take a look at what's causing this. CPU is super long. CPU calculations. My guess is the colliders. So physics is probably causing this. One thing that we can do to check this is you would go to Window, Analysis, Profiler, and Physics. I was right. So the physics calculations are killing the game because there's all of these colliders in the scene. So one easy solution would be to have a single box collider for the entire sea. So that would help. But I'm wondering if we could combine colliders. So let's try and find out. Still, as you can see, it takes too long to load. So I think our map is just too large. It's
so we can make it a bit smaller?
Probably. Or we could make it load on the fly as you move. So it means it loads, it unloads, etc. All sorts of things. Depending on where you are. And for unload, it just hides, essentially. That will probably work okay. It starts becoming a lot more complicated. I think this is a wake-up call for us. One thing we need to do is we need to reduce the scope of the game. So we need to make it simpler, right? I don't want to start actually having to optimize this. It starts becoming a lot more complicated. It's something I obviously would do for a real game, but now I'm just teaching you things. There's no way you have any interest in learning this, right? So how do you actually make your game work? Because you have too many entities on the screen. So imagine that every one of these layers here, right? Let's just take this. The sea, right, is 500 by 512. Okay, so do this, and you go 512 times 512. So that's squared. That's 262,000 objects. All of them have a collider. All of them have rigid bodies. Blah 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 blah.
So all of that needs to load as well.
Yes. Oh, well, it needs to think as it's doing it, right? So we've got this problem that we are causing for ourselves by doing it this way, right? So one thing we could do is, I think the only way for us to approach this and still have a big world that essentially is big and present all the time would be to load and unload on the fly. At a certain distance. So say for example a square that's about this large around the player, and then as you move, stuff disappears and stuff reappears in other places. So let's remove that batching. I don't think that's going to help us. For now, let's just comment it out. But in order to deal with that stuff, meaning making it so that things appear and disappear based on the distance from you, I think it would probably be a much better idea for us to worry about it next time.
Okay, then what will we do now?
Well, for now, I think what we should do is simply correct the spawning of the player, even though it takes ages to load. So our only option will be doing that thing, that stuff around us exists or doesn't. Wait a moment. One thing that we can try, actually, we could try it right now. That's a pretty good idea. So one thing we can try right now is making it so that stuff around you turns off the physics.
Okay.
Yes. So it turns off the physics or turns on the physics.
And how will we do that?
Depending how close you are. So let's go to Well, I mean, there's a concern there, which is there's still a ton of objects, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about what way would be decent for speed, because every frame you need to recalculate where the player is, and if the player is, I don't know, at x5 and y5, then we need to decide a certain radius, say 20 by 20 or whatever, and we say the 20 cells above us and the 20 cells below us and the 20 cells to the right and to the left. So we get a total of 41 times 41. Those all need to have the rigid bodies active. All the others must be deactivated, and that's quite a lot of work. They do have a map tile type though, I think.
Doesn't look like it. There's the world tile.
No, but setup tile has that. And what we could do is create the public. So do this public bool is active, semicolon, right? And public void activate, save, right? Bool on off. And here you go, copy is active, paste it, and here go, first check if on off is different than is active.
How do you do is
Exclamation minus equals is active, close the round, open a squiggle, hit enter, close it, cut this, paste it equals on off. Right, and we would need to have access to a rigid body, so here you go, private rigid body RB and private collider call. Yeah, rigid body RB, private collider call. Semicolon. Copy, paste equals get component rigid body. Oh, my bad. And now copy,
the glider.
paste, copy, wait, undo. Copy, paste, copy, paste.
I said cut, I think.
Undo. Paste. And here you say rb.enabled equals is active. Wait, enable, it's not enabled. Might be that. I mean, it's definitely not enabled. It's dot simulated, maybe.
No.
No. RB dot is kinematic is active. Is the opposite of is active. So, no, wait, but it's always kinematic. Let's leave the rigid body alone. Copy the collider, paste it, enabled. Yeah, tab, and is active, save. So if it's active, save, and actually save again. So we're gonna be able to activate them and deactivate them based on distance. So the map, that's our map manager, I believe. Not really. Okay, there is no there doesn't seem to be access to this. So this isn't singleton. Make it into a singleton. Public static map script semicolon. Yeah. Now scroll down. No, before start here. Make an awake function. And you should know what to do. It's already there, just hit tab. You can just start typing and figure it out. Semicolon. Okay, so here you want a public void. Update map colliders. No. Map. You hit space, that's your problem. Map colliders. You hit space again. What are you doing? Colliders. Okay, now public void, that's correct. And here you're gonna say for tab and X, hit enter. For tab Y, hit enter. Okay, so now copy all of this, paste here, H, tab, save. Okay, so we're gonna go through the entire map. See, that's a good idea. One thing we could do. Wait a moment though. So map tiles instantiate. Okay, so it removes the water. Alright, I got it. So one thing we could do for sure is we could immediately turn them all off instantly at the start. In fact, let's do it. So map tile right here in setup tile, call activate false. Open bracket false. Close round bracket. Yeah, so it's not gonna be happy with this. I've got an idea. Let's just remove this condition. Shift tab. Undo. Shift tab. Save. Okay, so it is active on off. Okay, that's good. And so it starts off, and then update map colliders. Request a vector2int player position. No, it's there, capital I. Vector2int player position.
What's a vector2int?
A vector2int is an integer representation of a vector2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's a vector2
So
that
this
isn't
is
floats.
int and not floats.
That's right. So for now we're gonna start simple, but this is gonna have to be more intelligent. So x cannot be 0. It needs to be copy the player position, paste it, .x minus, and let's give it a generic rule here. Serialize field, private, vector2int player activation radius equals, it's not really a radius but whatever, equals new tab open round and go open round and go 10 no, 16, comma 9. 9, close the round, semicolon, save. Okay, so copy player activation radius. So paste it, dot x. Wait, you can insert on. Save.
What does insert do?
Stupid things that should be obsolete and shouldn't exist on keyboards. It basically allows you to type over what's written after. Copy, paste, put an equals here, plus, copy, save. You pressed insert again.
Pretty sure that was delete.
No, save. Okay, now copy this, paste it. So this is going to be y, copy this, paste it here,
And now
y, and this
then
is y as well.
Y.
Save. So we're going in a square around the player specifically.
Okay.
Okay, and we are going to activate them. Now, the problem we're going to have is that we need to check the ones around by one more, at least, to make sure that we turn off the ones we don't need. Because the problem is we're now turning on new ones, which is fine, but turning off the previous ones isn't obvious at all. So let me think this through. So one way would be to deactivate them, so to keep track of the ones we've activated and deactivate them. So I think that's probably a good idea. So let's do this. We're gonna do, here you want to create a private list of type map tile, close, call it list active map tiles, list underscore active map tiles, semicolon. Okay, copy this one, paste it here, equals new, tab, open close round, semicolon. So right here we're gonna say for tab, copy, paste, dot count, copy, paste, I, dot activate, false. No, it's a function.
So false like this.
Close, semicolon. Now here you're gonna flush the list. Copy, paste.
What does flush mean? Like get rid of
dot
it?
clear. Empties the list. Yeah, open close round. Now here copy, paste, dot add, open round, map tiles XY. Square bracket, X, comma, Y, close square bracket, close round, semicolon. And copy this entire thing here, paste it here, true, save. Okay, now copy this, game manager. There is no fixed update. What about the player? Player does have a fixed update. Go to map.script, paste, dot paste, open round, and now we need a player position, which is our current position, and we're gonna have to round it. So you're gonna say no.
Transform.
New vector to int, open round, and mathf, my bad, mathf dot round to int, open round, transform dot position dot x, close round, comma, mathf dot round to int, open round, transform dot position dot,
Dot y.
no, it's depth, z, close round again, and again, semicolon. It's z because it's a top-down game and we can't go up or down. It's just,
Yeah, we can't jump or anything.
no, we're only interested in the z anyway. Okay, save. Now for now we're only doing these. I don't know if it's gonna work. We'll see. It should do something interesting. Now the profiler also makes our game chug, per se, just it existing. But now there's gonna be a lot less sort of entities to worry about. So this is already going to help. As for the sea, I have an idea. What I think we'll do is we'll probably just create one huge collider for the sea.
Okay.
Just one massive one.
514 things long.
That's right. Okay. So
Okay,
already,
we're alive. And we're falling. And we're chugging.
yeah, we got null refs everywhere.
Oh yeah, I see.
So let's see.
161.
Call enable. So you can't find the collider.
Did we forget to assign?
Doubtful. But let's see. So grass, do you have a collider?
Yeah.
You do. Wall, do you have a collider? You do.
Yeah.
Spawn point C. You do. You do. Heck, I don't know which one is missing. Well, even so, it doesn't particularly matter. What I want to see now, okay, it's gonna take a while to select it. It's gonna make it suffer a bit. So as far as I can see, all of these colliders are still active.
Yeah. There's the player. Don't see its collider from here.
All of the colliders are active everywhere, so I think but it's interesting because it's only 160 failures, so that's odd.
Is it the player itself?
I don't understand, so I'm waiting for this guy to wake up first. Okay, so this thing is the canvas. I've selected the canvas, have I? And that's stupid. Okay, so here's the sea. And the box collider is active. Here's this sea, and the box collider is active. And the box collider is active. We need to find out this null reference. So I know what it is. I don't know why it's there. So it can't find the collider. So it goes through all of the entities. Well, of the environment really, not the entities. So we've got 4 types. It should be only these 4. And all of them, prefabs, map, weld, dirt, open prefab, has the box collider right there, has the box collider right there, box collider right there,
Well,
and
box collider is there.
box collider right there. So what is your issue? Did we make a silly mistake or something? Active List of active map tiles. Map tiles. No, that looks correct. Player position. Oh, well, there is a possibility. No, but it can't be that. No, it's definitely exactly the same always, which is this collider enabled. For now, let's do a simple fix. Go if call is not null. Exclamation mark null. Exclamation mark equals null. Close round, open a squiggle. Close the squiggle, save. So if the collider is a null, then enable or disable the collider, do your thing. Now, at least we'll find out which of these has their colliders disabled.
What's a hot control?
I don't know. Every now and then Unity will give you errors that I have no idea where they come from. So the loading isn't ridiculous. We fell into the water. So this one has the collider still active. Even though, I mean, at the very least I've told everyone to turn them off. Yeah, so this hasn't worked at all. I don't understand why. Very annoying. Get component collider, that should work. Because we've got too many tiles now and it's getting in the way of our success. I'm thinking about making a smaller map and experimenting with that. We'll do it next time. For now, we're already over our time. We're gonna stop for now. Not a very successful session this time, but it's interesting to learn that as we increase the size of the map, this problem presents itself. We need to do some optimization.
Yeah.
Alright, thanks very much for watching. We're gonna stop it here. Bye bye.
Bye.